Today, let's have a look at a good-looking female Khajiit in Oblivion Remastered. Now, here I'll put the original, what by default they look like. And you can see what we've largely changed here is I brought her snout in. Her snout is a little shorter and wider, and I think kind of cuter. Kind of the bigger little whisker area there, better forehead and contour around the eyes. Went for, well, I just imagined... I played Khajiit a long time ago in Elder Scrolls 2, but more recently, I kind of really fell in love with Khajiit and ESO, particularly during Elsewhere, when that was like the new expansion. I played there a lot. I didn't really know much about Khajiit. I hadn't really played him much in previous Elder Scrolls games until Elsewhere came out. I played him a lot in ESO, and I really grew to like him. The design here for them is a little bit different than I'm used to seeing in ESO. They look more like actual cats here than than in other games. But anyway, regardless, so this is what we have here. So I guess you could see almost made her face look a little more human by kind of shortening her nose and everything a little bit. And I'm going to show you all the settings that we did for that right here. So enough of the rambling. We're going to do the same way we do all the other videos. And if you haven't seen any of the other videos, here's a link right here to check out my female Breton, which I recently did. Right. So, yeah, so this is one that some of y'all suggested. So we're going to go each of these tabs one thing at a time. I'll show you the settings that we got here. And I've also got some, of course, I've probably already showed you some pictures of her outside and stuff like that, but we'll be taking her outside here. So, complexion, I just turned her complexion up to here. Darken her skin a little bit. Moving to head. All right, and we'll start from the top down. Here's her brow settings. To move her brow down a little bit, especially on the outside of her eyes. All right. Here's the cheek setting. I actually didn't touch any of these, so that's easy. Chin. I only messed with this just a little bit. And here's the settings for her chin right here. Eyes. I messed around with these a little bit. They are a little bit bigger and moved down just a little bit. Not too much different here. All right, here's her face settings. We toyed with these quite a bit, particularly kind of going with a new brow look. It is mainly in her brow and her nose. Her brow and her snout area, kind of where things are different. So here's her face settings. Here's her forehead settings. I only moved one just a little bit to kind of go with some of the brow adjustments that I made. So that's forehead. On her jaw, we just tweaked, I guess, just that one thing. I think I moved the others, but I ended up moving them back. I just wanted that one thing moved there. For mouth, here we have, this is the top screen of mouth. Just moved a couple of the bars. Actually, I guess in the whole top half, there's only one that I moved a little bit. And then on the bottom half, we just moved that a little bit, kind of puffed out her little whisker area a little bit right there. Nose probably has a decent amount of settings. So let's start with the, here's the top section of nose right here. Here's the settings we changed here. This is, yeah, definitely where we did the most modification. This really, well, the nose is really where you can do the most modifying of the face. I would say just, as it happens, nose and face. Between these two tabs, you get the most radical facial differences. These are the two that really let you change things. So here's the top screen of nose. Moving down to the middle section with bridge and nostrils. We have those settings there. Okay, and then moving down to the bottom, I just moved one of those sliders right there. So that's all her actual face settings. Now I'm going to go to tone. I gave her these bright green eyes. Whoops. That's weird. I didn't use... Oh, that automatically scrolls. Guys, I've made like a billion characters. I didn't know that automatically scrolls. How wonderfully annoying that is. Yeah, so anyway. Yeah, those green eyes right there is what we're using for the eyes. For skin, I turned these both up here. And as we know, these like to, one of these bars, at least on the humanoid characters, inverts. So, oh, yep, it does here too. Yeah, see, look, it does it with her too. This is negative 52, but of course we know that that's, watch. Yeah, it's 52. It's just this one bar likes to invert the numbers. So here's the correct numbers for these. And that, see, that gives that nice little, see that little red tone, which I think is excellent. I use it a little bit on the human characters like Bretons and Red Guards and, you know, humans. But if you look at it here with the fur, I think it adds some lovely shading to the fur, and that's why it's turned up higher. I think it adds that little pinkish red right there to the fur. I think it's perfect. So that's why that's turned up there. Makeup, I gave her some dark eyeshadow like I do all the female characters. It just looks really good. Adds eye impact. That's why women wear eyeshadow, right? So no big surprise. All right, looking at fur, I like this hairstyle. Normally I wouldn't put this on a human. I think it looked kind of silly, but this really, I saw this and it really, like, I could just see her as an NPC in a city and elsewhere. I was like, yes, this hairstyle, I like it. I liked it a lot, honestly. I did have this one, but, and this one ain't bad, but you know what? This one right here, and I made it long all the way because long hair is cool. Right. So all we got left is this right here for her, okay, main fur color. Using this one right here. For pattern color, we're using this one down here. And we're using the default pattern here. However, I made it actually with this pattern. But it works with all of them. But I like this one best, but it's whatever you want to run. I actually wanted to make one with this pattern, but this one, hey, use whatever you want to use. But yeah, I think they all look good. But this one in particular, I thought this one shows her face off better. So there's all those. That's all her things there. So we'll go ahead and we'll check her out outside. So yeah, at first glance, it doesn't look a whole lot different from the original one in the game. But here's the way I figure. Let's exit out of here. The way I figure is this. The bars in the Khajiit is not as obvious what they do, right? You have to kind of move all the bars and feel around and experiment, and not everyone has the patience to sit there and do that and figure what part on a Khajiit corresponds to a human's nose bridge, you know, or whatever. And she is cuter in that we have overall shortened and made the snout more, well, stout, if you will. And, you know, she looks really good in the fur armor. Let's go get her some fur armor here. This bandit over here has some. So, yeah, so if you didn't have the patience to mess around with it yourself, then I hope you found this guide helpful. I want to get her dressed in this fur armor. I will have already taken video of this, and I'll have that video for you probably here, but I want to get the... Yes, there's really no point, because I literally can just pull it up on the screen. There we go. And she's looking good in her fur armor. Yeah, she really looks good in fur armor, like really, really good. So, yeah, so tell me what you guys think down in the comments below. Yeah, be sure to tell me what you think. I wasn't sure what I was going to do for Khajiit, but I really like it a lot. I was, like I said, I mostly haven't played them throughout the Elder Scrolls games. That one expansion in ESO really kind of, I see them a lot differently now. There was that expansion, and then more recently, like a year or two ago, there was a holiday event in Elsewhere. So for like 2 weeks, it was like a 2-week long holiday. I forget what it was or when it was exactly, but it was all through Elsewhere. And I hammered all that content on like all my characters. And now I have fond memories of Khajiit and Elsewhere because I spent so much time there at ESO. So I hope this character has brought you some of that joy. I like her. I think she's really cute. I might play around with her. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe and click the notification bell. It really helps out the channel, guys. Thanks a lot. And yeah, any suggestions, leave them down below. I'll check them out, read the comments, reply to you, and see you guys next time.